gentlemen. How are you today? A lot of excitement in the room. We have a lot to get done today, so we're going to start on time. And we have visitors that are going to be visiting us, two sets of visitors actually. One of them is the UCM photography group is going to be coming in. We are just really close to having our professional standards document completed. And Darius and I have been looking through all of the photos of all of the university, about all of student affairs, enrollment management staff, and we have none that are going to be appropriate for this document. So we're going to create them. And so when Stephen and Yo get here, just sit around and smile a lot at your tables. And then, although we're going to be talking about campus carry, I don't know if those two things really go together, but so if the camera gets pointed your way, just smile and laugh and pretend like you're having fun. And then at the end of this time, so we're going to take the last 10 minutes, we're going to need your cooperation to do this quickly. We're going to go, since it's such a beautiful day, we're going to go out on the steps right out here and get a whole division picture. And hopefully that will be the picture that we can actually use for this. If not, we'll use it for other things. You know, to get the mice out of Mandeville basement or something. I don't know, but we'll use it for some reason. I know, that was a bad joke. But we'll need your cooperation to get out there quickly so that we can get done by 9:30. So we're going to try to fit all of that in a very short time. Our other guests are the people who are going to be talking about campus carry. So they're going to be coming in here, kind of doing a divisional level briefing on that, and we can follow up on that in the next few weeks. But we're going to be doing that. So the first thing we do though is, are there any new people since the last staff development that have come in, have not yet been introduced at a staff development? Go ahead and stand up, and we will come around to you. We can start right here. And what I'd like you to do, you got a woo. Okay. What I'd like you to do is tell us who you are. So what's your name, what's your role, and where you come from just prior to being here at West Georgia.
Hello everyone, I'm Sean Jepson. I work undergraduate admissions. I'm working in operations, and I came over here from Greenway.
All right, very good.
I don't really know this because I was born next. But hi everybody, my name is Katie Barrow. I'm one of the new admissions, or I am the new admissions recruiter for South Georgia, and I just graduated from the University of West Georgia.
All right.
Hello everyone, I'm Jerome Lee. I work in CAS. I'm the Associate Director of Academic Support. And I just came from Oglethorpe University.
My name is Jonathan James. I work in the registrar's office, and well, I'm a city councilman from Tallapoosa as well. On the side.
And a former UWG student, graduate, and SGA member, and he was very connected when he was here.
Well, let's give him a round of applause.
Hi everyone, I'm Nick Horton. I work in UREC as Assistant Director of Competitive Sports. I come from Indiana State University.
Good morning, my name is Kaylee Maskey, and I'm working with Counsel and Residence Life as the new RLC on the east side of campus, and I'm coming from Texas A&M.
Hello everybody, I'm Amy Cameron. I'm the new Assistant Director for Fraternity and Sorority Life, and I just came from Radford University.
Hi, I'm Christine. I work at Health Services, and I came from Tanner.
And I'm
So Evan, I think you're in charge of this game, right?
Good morning, good morning. I am so happy to be up here. The Office of Undergraduate Admissions is going to be doing the commercial today. This is our little office spotlight, and so this is fun fact. Actually, the second one of these I've gotten to do with my former office. Shout out to NSP right over there. This is a little video. I had so much fun working on this video. It was a very inspiring project. We shot this probably over 5 or 6 different days, and then threw it all together. It's supposed to be high energy and show off and tell our story, but I'm really sad because I really tried to honor the 5-minute time limit, and there are some folks that dedicated some time in their work week that didn't actually make it fully in the video, so I just want to give them a shout out and say thank you for dedicating that time. But without further ado, here we go. Hang on, guys. Give me 1 second. It doesn't appear to be showing. True icebreaker fashion. Please greet who's next to you and talk about something fun you did this week. Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to the admissions office. I'm your host, Evan James. We're going to be taking you guys on a tour today. Let's head on in. Welcome to the lobby. This is where all the magic happens. This is where we prep our daily tour programs and also have folks hang out when they're waiting to meet with any of our operations departmental associates. We host about 8,000 total students or prospective students on campus on an annual basis, typically up to around 12,000 visitors, total visitors, so students and their guests. So they say that if you sit in this seat right here, you are automatically accepted. So we really try to push for that. Now we're going to go visit with our departmental assistant, Anthony Powers. Let's go see what he's doing.
Anthony Powers, departmental assistant in the Office of Admissions. Some of my job responsibilities are managing the budget, running the appeals process, and also reporting for the office. So you guys come on in, I'll show you what I got here. Oh, sorry, my office is a little small. Here we go. A couple cool things about my office. This is my favorite photo. It's a photo of me and my wife when I was running for governor back in the summer of 1989. Next thing. This is a safety award. This was presented to me by the prestigious Matt Jordan for fighting off a deranged squirrel from attacking a guest.
We've got to be more careful.
Hi guys, it's Katie Ross. Yes,
me, Katie Ross, Associate Director of Admissions, aka the universe's best boss. So I am the Associate Director of Admissions Operations. I am over the operations team for admissions, and what we do is we process the thousands of applications that come into our office. Every year we get over 10,000 in the fall usually, and we do everything from making the admissions decision to residency for the applicants to following up with them when they're incomplete, all kinds of different things. And really, really proud of the team that does all this. We do a lot of background work, but you know, we're trying to bring us out of the shadows a little bit and contact students more and have more student interaction, and it's a really awesome team.
Hey guys, what's up? I'm Nicole Wolf, Assistant Director of Operations here in the Admissions Office. A little bit about my role: I do a lot of work behind the scenes, processing admissions applications, helping students find their way west. Also part of our information session group, supporting Katie Ross in her role. I wear a lot of different hats on many different days, but I love it. So why don't you come on into my office? Because of my last name, I'm the favorite employee in the office, so they give me this really cool double door feature. It could be Narnia, it could be a closet. Why don't we check it out and see what's inside?
Hey y'all, I'm Ashley. I'm the in-office recruiter, and I want to show you guys my office. Come on in. As you guys can see here, I've got my 3 screens of awesomeness, so I can really use this to answer any type of questions that they have and help them through the admissions process. The other main component of my job, as you can see right here, is my phone. I work really closely with our inbound call center to help any tickets that they have about admissions questions or any ways I can help students through the process again.
I'm Allison French. I'm one of the Associate Directors here in the Admissions Office. I'm over recruitment. I can't wait to show you my office. Come on in. Okay, so I wanted to show you these really cool chairs. These are my favorite red chairs. This is where I transform lives. Whether you're accepted, denied, or deferred, we always find a way for you back to West Georgia, and so that's what these chairs do. So glad you should come by my office and have a seat in them one day. I want to show you my second favorite place in our house, so we're going to go right down the hall to the info room. But this is where students and parents get the first taste of West Georgia, so it is extra important. And you are right here in my favorite room with me, other than my office, which is also my favorite room. I have lots of favorite rooms. In addition to probably what you think about recruitment, we also work with scholarships, so all the incoming scholarships, transfer students, really all different kind of students. But in just a second, you're going to get to meet Lauren and Gabby as they head out on the road for a campus visit. So I'm about to say goodbye. It was good to see you. Talk to you later. Go Wolf.
Right now we're in our car. This is basically our home away from home as a recruiter. So explain a little bit about what we're doing.
So as recruiters, basically we go out on the road and we visit high schools, we go to college fairs, so sometimes we're at malls and all sorts of different buildings.
Oh, hey guys, my name's Jonathan Williams. I'm the Assistant Director of Communications for Admissions. So come on in. In the office, I am in charge of outbound communication, so that's calls, emails, mailed letters and postcards, as well as social media. Throughout the year, we send close to 1.7 million emails to our prospective students, as well as close to 500,000 pieces of mail communications.
To me, we could not do what we do in having a record enrollment committee involvement. But ultimately for me, my job is to structure an operations team that does compliance, a recruitment team that drives the students here, and a communications team and a visits team together that help make sure they have a great experience both online, in print, and on the campus tours. Put all that together, and it's a lot of work, but to get it all to work well together is what makes me proud, and I'm very proud of everybody I work with.
All right, y'all, thanks for coming by the admissions office today. As you can see, we're closing up. It's getting late. Gotta head home. So we'll catch you later. Peace. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate it. I know, that's it. It was a lot of fun making this. Thank you to everybody.
Oh, hold on. So tell us what software program you use to do this work.
So honestly, this was just an iMovie. So very simple.
Like your movie? As you can tell, I'm trying to stretch a little bit here because our next speaker isn't here. So why don't you elaborate just a little more on that?
So this all came idea that Jonathan had to do some more videos next year. And so we were able to secure a little GoPro with some of our year-end funding and launch ourselves into that. And we wanted to identify a project to learn how to use the GoPro. And I was like, this is it. This is the one. So we got it together and we just started scheduling people in the office to shoot their vid. We just went around and did it. It was a lot of fun.
Okay, great. Well, thank you very much. Is there anybody else here you'd like me to interview? While we're waiting on our speaker.
I don't know if you have any words to say about the office.
If there's one thing I know, if there's a microphone to be spoken into, I will speak into it. Well, no, I would just say, if you didn't pick up on it, and I really like Allison's bit, here comes Ned, but is that one of the things that we really believe philosophically, and I think it is really unique, if you've worked at other universities and you look at admissions offices, they see themselves as gatekeepers. And I'm just incredibly proud of the group that we have and that we philosophically believe that we want to find a path for people. And I think you've heard that come out, but we don't ever say no, we just say not now. And we're really about helping people realize that if you get a college degree, you're going to make more than $1 million over your life. Your kids will have better jobs. You will have better health. So if you think about the power of what everyone here does to make college a reality for people, and then what we do to bring that to them, it is truly, really transformational, and I have to say it wasn't for me. I graduated from here in 2000. I can remember when I was a gangly 18-year-old dropped off here at Roberts Hall by my mom in 1996, and I am who I am because of this university and because of the great things that everyone does here. So thank you very much. I would talk longer, but Ned's here.
Okay, well, I think we're somewhat ready. Do you have a PowerPoint?
I do.
Okay, you don't have to.
Well,
I don't want you.
I got to stand up.
Okay, he's going to get some for you. Okay, but before that, I'm just going to go ahead and hand you this mic. This is our interim chief, Ned Watson, for your gun carrying pleasure.
He's going to wheel this up here. Wow. Impressive. Thank you. No, I didn't bring a PowerPoint because I know you see a lot of PowerPoints in your travels. So I figured I wouldn't throw PowerPoints at you with PowerPoints. But as we all know, let me turn things off here. Excuse me. So let's talk about guns and carrying and all this kind of stuff and what it all is and what it all isn't. Okay? So you're going to hear me refer to HB 280. You're going to hear me throw out a lot of numbers about Georgia code. And so just kind of bear with me. And at the end of the little presentation, if you have a question, because this thing really generates a lot of questioning. So I want you to hold your questions until after we get through, after I get through my presentation, then it probably will be a lot better for everybody here. So we all know that as of July 1st, the code section under Georgia Code 1611-127.1, which is carrying a weapon on a college or school campus, okay? And it was amended to allow, some changes were allowed to where weapons license carriers, people who have a concealed weapons permit, these are key things that you need to know. A person with a weapons carry card, okay? They're allowed to carry on a college campus now in certain areas. Now, the carrying is for handguns. This is a handgun, okay? Now, I'm carrying openly, of course, but let's say I had a coat on. Let's say I was dressed up like Dr. Liberal over here, okay? And I carry my weapon like this, in which I sometimes do wear a coat and tie, but I have my coat covered over. That is concealed, okay? So when we think of concealed, that's another key word in this law. So they have to be a weapons carry holder, but they also have to have it concealed. Okay? So the state and the law has defined what concealed is. Concealed is, a quote, carried in such a fashion that does not actively solicit the attention of others and is not prominently, openly, and intentionally displayed, that's some other key language, except for purposes of defense of self or others. So now what I'm saying is, what does it mean by is not prominently, openly, and intentionally displayed? So I'm using Dr. Lingle as my test case here. Okay, so if Dr. Lingle has a weapon, he has his concealed carry permit, and he sits down in his chair, and his coat accidentally opens up, and we see that he's wearing a firearm on his side, that's not considered a violation of the law. Okay? So just because you saw it, and just because accidentally his coat got caught in the wind and blew up, or the chair caught it and it displayed not intentionally, it doesn't mean he violated the law. It does indicate that he's carrying a weapon, but it doesn't mean he's violating the law. But as we go on, I'm going to explain a few other things. So let's talk about reciprocity. Now, what is reciprocity? Excuse me, that's a tough word. Reciprocity. There are a lot of states in the United States that have concealed carry permit laws. Okay, for example, Alabama, Tennessee, North Carolina, South Carolina, Florida. Those are the states that are surrounding Georgia. That's why I single them out. All right. Reciprocity means we have to honor their law. So if you have a weapons carry permit, you went to your courthouse where you live. Okay, so I live in Carroll County, I went to the Carroll County Courthouse, I filled out an application, paid $100, went and had my fingerprints run through the FBI database, and it was determined that I'm not a bad guy. Not a convicted felon, I haven't been convicted of any family violence offenses. Okay? So, they do that in the other states, same thing. It's the same, pretty much the same process. However, some of the states are a little different when it comes to the age requirement. In Georgia, it's 21. Okay? I believe in Alabama, it's 18. Now, when we talk about what type of weapon, it's handgun. So if you see a person in your class, or you see Dr. Lingle with a 12-gauge shotgun under his coat, he's got one of these big, long, dusty type coats and the dark sunglasses, and he's got a 12-gauge, you might want to give us a call. Use Dr. Lingle. He doesn't. Yes, he is. So, here's the big burning question. James here, thank you. Welcome, Dave. Jane Simpson, our University Counsel, she's going to help me with the questioning and answering because she is the legal authority on campus, so I want to make sure she knows, she can help you. We guide through this because there's a lot of questions. So, where our license holders, this is the key thing, and I'm going to be speaking. This is really designed for licensed holders, people who carry a concealed weapons carry permit. All right? So where are they allowed to carry on campus? Okay? So they're allowed to carry concealed handguns in any building or on real property owned or leased by the University System of Georgia, with some exceptions. Now, as a lot of you know, we have a lot of our jurisdictions, police officers, is the campus and 500 yards around the campus. We call it the buffer. Okay, or we call it the 500, or the 5, if you go out, called 501, you're outside your jurisdiction. But that 500-yard buffer is not included in this law. So, plus the apartments, complexes that surround that are considered private property. So this law only covers areas that are buildings that are, or real property owned or leased by the university system. So let's talk about where you can't carry. I told you where you could carry. Let's talk where you can't carry. All right, so there are locations on campus Yes, there are locations on campus where weapons licenses are not allowed to carry concealed weapon handguns on property owned. Juries are, and we're going to go through that. But I want you to understand that there's a law in the state. It's called 1611-130, where folks like myself, peace officers, judges, lawyers, or attorneys, not district attorneys, excuse me, solicitors, retired police officers, if they meet the standards under the required retired police officer statutes, can carry and are exempt from the above law. So they're exempt. So, and the key word is when they try to use, well, I'm a police officer, they need to have one of these, and they need to have their police identification or credentials. They need to be able to show their credentials. So that's something to know. So let me get back to where you can't carry. Intercollegiate athletic events or sporting facilities, excuse me. So weapons carry license holders are not allowed to carry in buildings or property used for athletic sporting events. The stadium, the Coliseum, Colt Field for baseball, soccer field, softball field. Think about it this way, a good rule of thumb is this an NCAA sanctioned event? That's a good rule of thumb to use, okay? The thing about this is this exemption applies to these facilities at all times. So let's think about the Coliseum. What's going to happen on the 25th of July? There's going to be a graduation. I know that because guess what? My son is graduating. Yes! Yes! I get a pay raise. Hey, can I have, I got this bill for $1,000. I got to buy 2 books. Okay. But it's, so we're going to have graduation. No weapons. It's not an intercollegiate athletic event, but it's a location that holds an intercollegiate athletic event. So it's completely off limits. And we will have, as you will see, we will have security checkpoints where you'll have people going through, looking in the bags, and, being wanded. Now, if a police officer walks up, you will see them wearing a blue band around their wrist. And that means their credentials are in the command post where they have left their credentials. So we know who are police officers and that are in the building and that they are carrying a weapon. But these are buildings used for athletic sporting events, specifically stadiums, gymnasiums, and other facilities which intercollegiate games are conducted. This exemption is applied to these facilities at all times, not only when athletic events are being conducted. Now, it does not prohibit carry in tailgating areas. Let's think about the stadium for a minute. If you notice, there's a fence around the stadium proper, kind of where the scoreboard is and everything like that. It kind of goes around the stadium. Well, and then there's also gates where you enter and exit. All right. Outside in those parking lots, that's considered open space. So tailgating areas where fans may congregate outside the sporting facility. Student recreation centers. Here. Okay? Does not prohibit carry. This is not an area where there's an intercollegiate athletic event being held. So the basketball court, the gymnasium upstairs. So those are things you need to consider. So other areas. Stephen Whitlock, our Director of Housing, will love this one. No residence halls. Yes! There he is. Amen. Weapons license holders are not allowed to carry in student housing facilities, including residence halls or fraternity and sorority houses on property owned or leased by the institution. Okay? But it does not include fraternity, sorority houses or property that's privately owned. AKA the Hi-Fi House, the Sickle New. Those are privately owned properties that we don't have control of, even if they fall within the 500 yards. Another place, preschool, pre-K. If you don't know, we have a pre-K facility over at the Ed Annex. So, weapons license carry holders are not allowed to carry in a preschool or child care space, including enclosed outdoor facilities. All right. One of the caveats is they are separated by fences or wall, and access is limited to electronic mechanisms. To get into the pre-K, you have to push a button, has one of those little camera locks, and your face pops up. But there's also somebody sitting at like a front desk area right there at the door, so they see you walk up. Okay, you cannot carry beyond that space. Also, too, there is a playground that's contiguous to the pre-K. That is also considered prohibited space. Now, what is not prohibited are the hallways and common areas or spaces adjacent to the preschool or child care space that are outside the controlled access point. So, outside, like the general hallways, the common areas of the facility does not include that area. Everybody with me so far? Okay, all right. So the next area is classes where high school students are enrolled. Key word in this is enrolled. Okay? So, they're not allowed to carry classes where high school students are enrolled through a dual enrollment program, including but not limited to move on when ready students. But it does not include classrooms where there are no high school students enrolled. So basically, any classroom on this campus that does not have a high school student or dual enrollee enrolled in, a weapons license carry holder can have a weapon in that classroom. Okay? Now, one of the big things about this law that is very important, the onus of compliance is on the weapons license carry holder. They have to do their due diligence to find out, is there a person in this class that is a high school student? Okay, that's one thing that's important. They have to do that. It's not your job, it's not the job of the faculty. It's their job to find out. So, one thing that they've set up, and I think it's safe to say this now, that there's an the registrar's office is setting up an electronic mechanism that I think they're still going. James, are they still going through testing on that? Hello? It's in production. Okay. But they're setting up an electronic mechanism. We've been approved to proceed. I see Don Haley out there. Yes. We would approve to proceed. Is that correct? Okay. So there will be some kind of electronic mechanism where a student or a weapons license carry holder can check to see if what classes and I'm speaking off the top of my head right now, and Donald will say this or Donald will do this if I'm right, and I'm going down the right road. But you'll be able to check a person. You'll be able to check, and your class schedule will come up, and it will say what classes that you have in your schedule that have high school students and what doesn't have high school students. Where it's prohibited space and what's not prohibited space. Am I correct in that? It's only for faculty. Faculty or students.
General staff does not have access to that.
General staff.
Access to the guidance of the field.
Okay. So faculty and students have access to that database. And it's just basically to give you just basic information. It's not going to identify anything, no identifiers. It's just to say yes or no, pretty much. So, but they have to go to the registrar, and that's the component of the law where you need to visit the registrar's office for enrollment services in Parker to determine the high school students that enroll, and that's that mechanism that we're speaking of. Okay, next question. Offices, faculty, staff, or administrator. Weapons license carry holders are not allowed to carry in offices for faculty, staff, or administrative offices, to include office suites. Now, a lot of designs and offices are so vastly different across campus, but let's take up one in particular. I believe CSI area here in this building. If you walk into the CSI area, you will see offices in that general big large room. And Jane, you can chime in if I'm going off the beaten path here. So that area where there are offices where people do their work, okay, that would be considered an office suite. Okay, I see Jane will say yes. All right. Now, let's say Emily's office, Chris's office are kind of off that, and they're kind of sequestered off. You shut that door, and it becomes an office space. That, crossing that threshold would be a prohibited space. And I see it. Okay. I'm doing this wrong. So that's kind of the fine line. There's some fine lines in this. So we're getting a lot of questioning on, and these are still kind of working through the board of regents, and a lot of this is still wet ink, is what they say, of what is defined as an office, what is defined as a classroom, and so we're still working through that. But one thing that I think is key for this group here, offices or rooms where disciplinary proceedings are held. Weapons license holders are not allowed to carry in offices or rooms when disciplinary proceedings are being conducted. So let's say I have a general office, or I have a space that we use that's not considered an office, that normally they can carry, but Dr. Lingerl has said, we're going to have a disciplinary hearing in this room. That just became a prohibited space because they're going to have a disciplinary hearing in this room. And they happen, I think, in a lot of different areas on campus. So where any area that's considered where a disciplinary hearing is being held, that is considered a prohibited space. Okay? So now I'm going to get into this is a section of my presentation where what happens? This is where the what ifs come in. This is where a lot of the questioning kind of happens. First, let me tell you what the police department is going to do when you call. What happens? So, first thing, you pick up the phone and call 96000. You're going to get the radio operator, the operator over at the dispatch center, and they're going to ask you 3 questions. And I put this out. You're getting pretty much the same training that I trained my department with about 2 or 3 weeks ago. And one of the things that you have to understand is, yes, we're dealing with a weapon. We don't know what it is. We don't know what kind of weapon it is. You're going to have to describe to us, if you can. We want as much detail as possible, if you can. So you're going to get asked some questions. It's not to stall you. It's not to do any kind of, but we need to know because the radio operator needs to give that information to the officer responding to the scene. Okay? So what type of weapon does the individual have? He has a gun. Okay? You tell me what kind of gun. All right? No, I just know it's a big, long, rifle-looking gun, like a hunting rifle, or is it a little pistol? Okay? Is the individual displaying the weapon, or do they have it drawn? What kind of action is this person doing? Okay? Is it something like I just described earlier with Dr. Lingerl? His coat just kind of flew up. Or is he pulling out? Hey man, look what my girlfriend gave me for Christmas. Okay? I'm here all week. What is the individual doing at the time? Is the person, maybe the person came in drunk? I don't know. I mean, but what kind of action? And this is a key thing. This is a very key thing. What kind of action is this person doing? These things are very actions. This kind of call is a very action-specific kind of law. Okay? And I say that because the officer should be allowed to get this information in the field. Okay? Because he needs to know what he's pulling up on. Is he pulling up on a deranged individual, possibly a deranged individual with a handgun, with a weapon? And, you know, I'm in fear of my life. You know, he's got it out. He's doing something with it. He's threatening to kill people. You know, he's threatening to hurt somebody. Okay? We need to know this information. I know that just from my career, when people call up 911 and when people call up the police and ask them, it's usually in a stressful situation. So they may not know, they may not be able to get out all the information. I just need this guy over here right now. He's not quit. And sometimes that's all we get. You know, I urge you, you know, try to be as calm as you can and try to give the radio operator as much information as you can. Because they're going to ask you questions. Please don't get frustrated with them. They're doing what they've been told to do because they're trying to gain information. So what are you going to get when a police officer arrives? Because you will get a response. And based on some of the information that you give the radio operator, you might get a large response. You may get one officer, depending on what it is. So, first thing we're going to do, we're going to respond. And we're going to evaluate.
You got about 3 minutes.
Oh, well, I got to go quickly. So, you're going to respond. And the officer's going to evaluate the situation. Now, this, like I said, this is purely a law enforcement event. This is not for you to, you know, enforce. It's not your job to enforce. This is our job to do the job. So, once the officer does his evaluation and determines what's happened, okay, if it's simple, something like an exposure that wasn't intentional, okay, nothing's going to happen. He's going to be asked, okay, look, you need to be cool. You know, you need to. He said, and, you know, we're going to write it up. We're going to write a report, but nothing. There's no violation of law. Okay. So, but let's say it's a little bit more than that. Let's say there's some action involved in it. Let's say there's some more action involved in it. You got to understand that we're dealing with the Constitution, the United States Constitution. I just can't walk up to somebody and ask them, under Georgia law, I can't walk up and ask them, are you carrying a weapon? Do you have a weapons carry permit? I got to have some kind of action to back that up. It's called reasonable articulable suspicion. Okay, that's in our police business. That's what we've got to have to be able to take our investigation further. So when we're talking about that, under Georgia law, 1611-137, I can't use the weapons carry permit as the sole reason why I detain that person. Okay, so we got to be careful. As a law enforcement officer, I have to be careful. But what else I can ask for? I can ask for his student ID, see if he's registered in the class or registered. Okay? I know my time's short. I'm moving on. But I'm here at my conclusion. The thing is, this has a lot of moving parts and a lot of areas, and I know it's going to create more questions. And we got Jane here to help me go through these questions. The one thing I want you to understand is, you know, we're here, we're going to respond, we're going to evaluate, we're going to take action. And after that action, we're going to tell you what our action is going to be. Okay? So,
just a couple minutes for any questions, and then they'll have other opportunities.
Yeah, and I'll be here for a while. So, if you want to, you know, stop me in the hallway or something, ask me a question. Jane's here, and she'll be more than happy to ask you questions. So, Jane, you want to come up with me?
Any real burning questions right now that are just, we've got to have them answered this morning?
One thing I will say, if after this is all over, and like me, the light bulb usually comes on after the meeting, and you go like, oh, I didn't ask that question. Forward them to Jane, and she will be more than happy to, you know, if it's something that she forwards them up to the University System office, to the attorneys up there, and they kind of get together and they have their they can give a better answer. Okay, Dan, open floor is open.
Let's thank our speakers. I'm sorry. You had to get up here. Let's thank our speakers. Xavier Whitaker is also on the team that is put together. Russell Crushfield is kind of the leader of that team, but these guys have done an awesome job in a very, very, very short and compressed time frame. We literally, it's been maybe 2 weeks, 2.5, maybe 3 weeks at the most that we really had good information. There is also a really good FAQ site that is at the system office, and for the system office webpage, it's really very good. I think that link has been sent out too. So thank you. Yes, Joanne.
Will you please introduce Jane? A lot of people don't know who Jane is.
Oh, okay. I thought Ned had done this. This is Jane Simpson. She is general counsel for the university. And luckily, many of you don't get to be with her very often. I do sometimes, but she does a great job keeping us safe and helping us stay on the narrow path.
I'm over at ACOC if anybody needs to come ask a question. I told Mr. Sutherland.
Yeah, not many times in your career do you get a state law that does these kind of things. So Jane's been working really hard at these things. So thank you. Okay, so we do have just a few minutes. So Yo has come in. She's around. She's taking pictures right now. And I know it's not very happy. There's not the whole gun carry thing isn't tremendously happy type of information. So I'm going to tell a couple jokes to get you going here. Now, if you know me, you know I'm terrible at telling jokes, which will be part of the funny part. Oh yeah.
There's a page right there.
Oh great.
Website of campus statistics, watch, pull down screen, you'll see campus carry at the bottom. It'll take you right there, and it kind of gives you all the links to the USG site and a FAQ.
Excellent. Very good. Thank you very much. Oh, and I want to thank the registrar's office and lots of people around that for doing this documentation of where the high school students are. The process to make that easy. We are one of 3 institutions right now that have an electronic method of doing this at the USG. We were right on it all the time. Okay, so you guys ready? Yeah! Okay. Okay, so here's the first one. A ham sandwich walks into a bar and asks the bartender for vodka and cranberry juice. The bartender ignores him. The ham sandwich asks again, vodka and cranberry. The bartender glares and yells back, sorry, we don't serve food here. The ham sandwich? Okay, thank you. Okay, so what does a thesaurus eat for breakfast? A synonym roll. Right? Okay, there you go. What's the difference between a hippo and a zippo?
One's lighter than the other.
Not bad. Not bad. One's lighter than the other. This one says one's really heavy and the other is a little lighter. Yeah, not bad. For all the dog lovers in the room, what do you call a dog that does magic tricks? A labracadabrador. It's good, isn't it? You can use that one if you want. I bought the world's worst thesaurus yesterday. Not only is it terrible, but it's terrible. Got it? Yeah, that's pretty good. Well, you don't need me in this at all. Okay, people in Dubai don't like the Flintstones, but people in Abu Dhabi do. Yeah, you like that? That's pretty good. And the last one, why aren't koalas actually bears? They don't meet the qualifications. Okay, so that's as good as you get from me, okay? Okay, so what we're going to do in an orderly fashion, those of you that can stay during this next time frame, we have 8 minutes to get this done so that you can leave right at 9:30. We're going to meet out on the steps out there, And Yo's going to follow us and take a big group picture. So get out there and kind of get organized. Make sure you can see the camera so that it can see you.